What is going on to you, Aquarius? So you have the Fool, the Knight of Wands, Ace of Swords, the Chariot, the Empress, the Five of Wands, Four of Swords, Seven of Cups, Page of Cups, and last but not least, the Four of Pentacles. So for you, Aquarius, right, the Fool, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Swords represents, well, obviously the Fool is about restarting again, not being in a relationship, restarting, getting to know other people that are new, right? Starting from a clean slate, okay? You don't have the weirdo that's been stalking you, right, on your case, at least not yet. You didn't get the Six of Cups, but you're still continuing to get to know new people, right? New faces. The Knight of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and everybody's, like I said before, everybody that you don't know is a fresh new face. That means that those are new opportunities to get to know new people. So there's a lot less combativeness, because the Ace of Swords, especially in this deck, is more so about putting down the sword, putting it down. Now, the Knight of Wands represents, you know what to do with it. You know how to use it if you ever need to, right? If people start disrespecting you, you're trying to get to know them, and these aren't really people that you can really trust. The trust ends up getting ruined because they're disrespecting you, but you're supposed to be getting to know them, and they're running all these games. You certainly know how to see what's coming and obviously defend yourselves. But for the most part, when it comes to new people, you're gonna put down the sword. There's no reason to fight. This is a brand new, clean slate for y'all, right? Normally, right? Aquarius stuff, right? Aquarius mindset, right? The Chariot now represents, the Chariot and the Empress now represents that the Chariot is about having to learn to be patient with people who are kind of combative towards you. So it's this instance in which a lot of you Aquarius are now that you Aquarius are putting down the sword, right? Or at least trying to. The Chariot and the Empress represents this disrespectful person who seems to somehow wants to be disrespectful to you that you were supposed to be getting to know. So they may have their own mentality and their own ideology. They may have that, right? Or this may be you, Aquarius, being a little bit too hard on yourselves, right? And start thinking that, you're too hard on others and that you need to chill out. Or this can represent somebody who is giving you a hard time. Oh, I get it now. Oh, I get it. So this is somebody, okay, so this is somebody from the past that you felt like you had to be hard on. And a lot of you Aquarius, you didn't want to be that anymore. Knight of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Warrior. You didn't want to have to do that. You didn't want to have to constantly be in a war, be in a battle with these people all the time. Where the Chariot, the two of you are supposed to be, in a relationship, or if not in a relationship, full blown, at least on the verge of becoming one and getting to know each other. And already the relationship between the two of you is already full of friction. It's already dysfunctional, right? You Aquarius are just now starting to get to know these people, and already it's an issue. You didn't want that. And to know that that's how it is, that this person had this type of mentality where you can do nothing for them, but yet they're talking to you. It was very much so off-putting for a lot of you Aquarius. You Aquarius really didn't like that. So what happens? The Five of Wands, the Four of Swords. You ended up putting that to sleep, right? You ended up putting that to rest. Like, nah, it's a dub for you Aquarius. So the Five of Wands now is about how you just got tired of the fighting. You got tired of the disagreements all the time. How you and this person just couldn't see eye to eye no matter what. You Aquarius may have tried to play the peacekeeper, and these people just couldn't, they couldn't stop. They couldn't lay off with that, right? Because the most diplomatic zodiac sign in the zodiac is actually Aquarius. A lot of people don't know that. But the Seven of Cups now represents, and the reason why is because Aquarius actually represents the diplomat or the politician. So the Seven of Cups represents when these people didn't, when you dumped these people because they didn't act like they had common sense. What happened is the Seven of Cups is about how a lot of you Aquarius just looked at it like, okay, it is what it is, because they were already trying to play you to the left and make it seem like, you know, you were replaceable and that they didn't want you even around, you know, and you Aquarius just looked at it and a lot of y'all was like, okay, you know, you don't have to hang out with me. I don't have to hang out with you, vice versa. It goes either way. So what happened for you Aquarius? You Aquarius just left them alone, right? And then you have other options, right? You started to explore your other options, which is to start getting to know other people. And the Page of Cups now, the Page of Cups and the Four of Pentacles represents some of you Aquarius may even be a little bit doubtful as to whether it is that it was the correct decision and whether the relationship could have ended any different. And to be honest with you, no, the relationship wouldn't have ended any differently. And the reason why it wouldn't have ended differently was because these people were the one who was really tripping out, okay? And for you, a lot of you Aquarius really did the best that you could, right? But see, this just goes to show me that a lot of you Aquarius, y'all are big softies, a lot of y'all, because a lot of y'all care more than honestly it's really even good for you to even care to a certain extent or up to a certain point. And the Four of Pentacles is a message for a lot of you Aquarius to start doing what it is that you already know to be correct, which is to get to know other people, but also learn to take care of yourselves, right? Hygiene, right? Now, again, I'm not saying that you Aquarius are terrible at hygiene, but what I'm saying is that hygiene is an extension of how you feel about yourself and your self-esteem and your overall value of how you perceive yourself. So a lot of the times when people be sitting around stinking all day, 2-3 days on end, something's going on where they're either focused on they're in the lab and they're focused on something so much to the point where they're not even thinking about bathing, right? And they're not really thinking about their own body. Or these people are dealing with so much low self-esteem to the point where now it's a situation for them where they stinking, like I said. So this mermaid right here is actually bathing at this waterfall, at the same location of this, of this waterfall, right? Sitting on the rock and washing, brushing her hair, and she's having fun. She's doing her own thing, right? Respectfully, of course. And just enjoying herself. And that's what it is that a lot of you Aquarius need to remind yourselves to do. Take care of yourselves. Because if you don't, scumbag people who mistreat everybody is definitely not going to take care of you. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Page of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles, the World, the Seven of Wands, and the King of Wands, right? So the Eight of Pentacles and the World is about how, yes, you have to learn to build yourself up. You have to learn to be, your own biggest cheerleader, right? Internally. You have to know that moving forward from this dysfunctional starter of a relationship was the correct idea. Don't doubt yourself in that. The World now represents, because you have the whole world. You're not thinking big enough. For a zodiac sign and y'all that likes to think worldly, you have to be reminded sometimes to think worldly. You have the whole world at your fingertips. You being single, go anywhere that you want. You don't have to worry about somebody being on your coattails, talking about why is it that you out here doing your own thing. You ain't got to worry about that. So what are you tripping about? Enjoy yourselves. Eventually, you will meet somebody if you talk to enough people, you know? And of course, other conditions are correct. The Seven of Wands and the King of Wands represents, but for the people that, you know, have to give you a hard time, you just remember to respect yourselves. That's what the Seven of Wands and the King of Wands represents. You just remember to not lose that battle, Aquarius, by not letting people run game on you and just use you for whatever it is that they want to use you for. Don't allow people to use you. And how do you not do that? How do you make it so that you're not being used? You have self-respect. You take care of yourself. All right? So don't let people run you. Don't let people run game on you. And make sure that they're reciprocating the relationship, and take care of yourselves.